Someone is out there impersonating Vshojo, the massive VTuber group. They tried to steal my info, dox me, and swat me, and they've successfully done this to many, many other VTubers. This is not a video that I want to make because I want to. In fact, I literally just called someone saying, hey, I really don't want to record this video. And he basically told me, yes, I have to, because this is one of those for the greater good kind of videos that I'm gonna have to sit y'all down and listen to the tale, maybe save a couple of people, tell you how I flexed on an individual that tried to, you know, ruin the lives of many of my friends, and talk about a very massive issue that exists and all the crazy things that ensued because of it. I will be telling you this story in chronological order, telling you everything you need to know and everything that the community needs to hear. I would really appreciate it if you shared this video around. Honestly, not because I need to share my personal experience as much as to A, tell people that there is someone working on this issue, B, this is an issue that exists so people don't fall for it, and C, so that anyone that wants to do something evil and heinous like this individual that I'm about to talk about, they should know that they probably shouldn't, because they might end up like this guy on the way to prison. Yeah, this is a really long story that involves many parties. It involves me, the Art Gun, the CEO of Vshojo. I worked with Mudar from Some Ordinary Gamers to track this bastard down, and we ended up needing to work with law enforcement as well, because this dude broke 1.5 million laws. Buckle your seatbelts, and I hope you're ready for the adventure of a lifetime, and also why you should not cross me. Okay, now with the self-back-patting out of the way, I hope you're ready. One fine morning, I get an email, and it says, hey, you have just been accepted into Vshojo, the VTuber organization talent agency thingo. And when I saw this email, I was like, that's very sus. I never applied to Vshojo. So how is it that I was accepted? It's like, yes, the application was accepted. Anyway, I figured I'll speak to the individual. I'll see what this is all about anyway. But I will have you know that the email was very professionally put together and their domain was Vshojo. So I found all this very interesting and decided to actually talk to the individual because at this point I was pretty certain that they were the real deal. I just didn't know why they would accept me if I never applied. After talking to him for a while and him asking me a lot of questions and actually telling me a lot of details about Vshojo that I knew were correct because of my own personal connections and things that I knew beforehand, but also knew that the public did not know. So I was like really teeter-tottering on whether this was the real deal or not. He showed me the actual contracts of Vshojo when he was trying to prove that he was legit, and the contracts looked very legit. They had the signature of the Gunrun, the CEO of Vshojo, and they were the real deal. I will be talking about in maybe a future video about different organizations and management agencies and stuff like that to catch you up on some other sus things. But for now, let's focus on this. Anyway, the dude asks me for my name and phone number and address, to which I told him, yeah, let me, you send me the info and I'll send you that stuff. At this point, I message the Gunrun, who follows me on Twitter. Let's go, absolute legend. I say, yo, send him a screenshot of the email. I say, is this legit? Is this your guy? And he says, no. We knew about this guy for 2 weeks. He is doxing and swatting VTubers. And I was like, yo, this has to be made public, which is when I tweeted out this tweet, which gained a lot of traction and a lot of people were talking about.
Nux, a really good friend of mine, he said, someone is trying to dox VTubers by masquerading as Vshojo. I can't say more at the time, but please share this around and be careful.
And I'm thankful as hell for that. And I couldn't make this video any earlier because, you know, there were police investigations involved that we didn't really want to talk about. But at this point, it's been like a month and I'm like, okay, time to let you in on the little disaster that unfolded. At this point, I messaged, obviously, privately all the VTubers I knew. And when I got back to Mr. Doxer guy, I gave him my wrong name and I gave him my wrong phone number. I got a new phone number in between this, just in case he were to call. And he did! He texted me, and I will tell you why this is very cool in but a moment. He texted me on the phone number that I just got as a burner phone. It was pretty great. I'm very proud of myself, patting myself on the back for the epic foresight. Unfortunately, I got in touch with the VTuber who was swatted and doxed the day before. This is a smaller VTuber by the name of Saki Nightshade on Twitter, and you can see if you look at her tweets, here she has a tweet saying, oh my god, I'm so excited, my dreams are coming true, etc, etc. In other words, she just got an email saying that she was accepted into Vshojo, and then the next tweet right after that, here saying that the police are at my door I don't know what's going on. I'm very scared. That is when she actually got swatted by this asshole. So I got into contact with her and got more information out of this entire ordeal. I will tell you other sources of info that I got, which are kind of hilarious. This dude was flexing that he got my real name and phone number, which he didn't, and he was posting it in his Discord servers, and one of the people in the Discord server that he was posting it was a fan of mine, reached out to me saying, oh my god, you got doxxed, which I didn't, and basically introduced me to someone that knows that guy personally. This helped a lot. Now, it may come as a surprise to you, but there was some reverse doxage going on. This dude's domain name, after giving it to Subordinary Gamers, we were able to track down his Doxspin account because he's doxed dozens of VTubers, which I will not name because why the hell, and I'm not going to tell you his domain because, you know, it's not public info. I'm just saying. This guy's just terrifying. The amount of info he has on so many massive VTubers literally scared the hell out of me, which is why I really wanted to make this public despite the fact that people told me not to. I'm just basically telling you, you gotta be careful as hell. Don't trust anything at face value. But it gets even better. I got his address. That's right. The person that actually knew him in real life told me his actual address. Little bastard out there living in a thinks he's so cool. Get absolutely wrecked. So, we got his address, we got his actual name, we got his Discord, which is now taken down, we got his Doxspin, which is now taken down, we got his website, which is now taken down, and it keeps getting better. Working with Muda, we got so much stuff. We found 2 of his YouTube channels, including this video where he is actually admitting to, quote-unquote, being the best swatter ever. Get a look at this.
See, I told you guys I was the fucking best swatter on fucking Discord.
This is the most horrible thing you'd ever hear. Do you realize that people die of swatting? Do you realize that when you call a SWAT team to someone's house, very often if they see some moves that they don't trust, they literally shoot the person? There are deaths that happen via swatting. It's an actual felony, and you are going to be sitting in jail because of it. Anyway, after getting his name, after we got this YouTube video with 100 views, oh my god, I'm still so hyped that we managed to get this, of him basically admitting to being a swatter. Oh my lord. We were like, well, we can still verify so much of the information that we got from so many people, and I will tell you how. Saki Nightshade has an OnlyFans, and someone that followed her on OnlyFans the day of her swatting was the same as the Telegram handle that this doxer guy used. So chances are good it's the same guy. She gets swatted on the same day as the guy with the same handle as the Telegram, follows her on OnlyFans. I don't know, man. This dude couldn't keep his dick in his pants, and it's gonna be his outdoing. Because allow me to tell you something very cool. Turns out, to make an OnlyFans account, you need to give them your legal info. That is correct. You see, they need to verify that you're over 18, so you need to give them all of your info. So my poor man literally screwed himself over because I know many people that work at OnlyFans, and it was all too easy to gather that information. The lengths that we went to, me, Muda, who was actually kind of busy at that time, who was planning for his trip to LA, so, I mean, he's a very helpful man, and I love literally all of his insight. He's one of my favorite people ever, but, it was mostly on my ass this time. Working with the Gun Run, who was working with law enforcement directly, we managed to actually put together so much info about this dude. He will never be doing anything like this again, and I want this to be just a message to everyone that's thinking of doing something this heinous and evil. This is the internet, and we will find you. But again, I could so understand why people would fall for something like this. I only didn't fall for it because I never applied to Vshojo. Had I applied to Vshojo and I would have gotten an email saying you're accepted, it would have been the happiest day of my life. I would have divulged all of my private info to this asshole. He would have doxed me, posted all my private info online. He would have swatted me, potentially killed me, and all that for a drop of clout. This dude is evil. This situation was one of the most difficult and trying in my entire YouTube careers, because not only did I have to actually gather all this info and talk to this asshole and deal with bureaucracies and laws, and there are many things that I still can't actually say right now. I had to talk to all these people whose lives were literally destroyed by this guy. So many. And there are VTubers that you heard of too. There are a lot of big ones that this guy managed to get their info and leak their personal info, their addresses, their romantic partners. This dude is evil. And I am so glad that I was actually able to work with Gunrun 2 weeks too late. I'm still a little bit peeved that, you know, he knew about this for 2 weeks and didn't tell me. I thought that was a little sus, but I am really glad that we managed to get this all done, and I appreciate the help from everyone. Yo guys, Nux from the future here. In the description of the video is Vshojo's official statement on the matter. I was just in a call with them and their cybersecurity team for like 2 hours. Give it a read. I appreciate the random fan who was in that Discord server that actually contacted me and reached out to me about this stuff. Oh my god, you guys are legends. Honestly, this is why you don't mess with us, gamers. This is why the light side of the force will prevail. I ended up talking to hundreds of VTubers over this experience. Many just warning them, many asking for their experiences and getting the info that they were able to piece together. And this was one of the worst experiences of my YouTube career. Fulfilling? Yes. Terrible? Also. What was even scarier is that apparently they tried to take him down via copyright. Actual Vshojo tried to take him down via copyright. And they weren't able to win that suit because he wasn't claiming to be them. He was just a doc site. It was an absolute disaster, and it was a travesty on the bureaucratic angle as well. And I am so glad that this finally is behind us. But while it is behind us, there are still another infinite assholes online that are willing to do other evil stuff. So if you see this, or if you're in a bind, or if you have questions, reach out to me, please. I do my best. I help out so many creators behind the scenes with random things, so feel free to ask, okay? I'm not trying to take credit or anything, but this is the kind of video that no one else could possibly make. No one else has all the details that I do, and therefore, I feel like it's kind of my obligation to put it out there and talk to you about why these assholes will not be getting away with it. Anyway, thank you for listening. I know it's not my usual content, but on massive issues that I work on behind the scenes, I will keep you guys in the loop. Hopefully in the future, because I think this is important to be publicized. I think that there are things that I am aware of and things that happen that I feel like it's almost my place that I have to say this. So I do appreciate your time. I do appreciate your support. Please don't be an asshole out there. And if you are, remember my mantra. I am wholesome to wholesome people and toxic to toxic ones. It's what I've been saying for years. It's not something I've done lately because I feel like if it's a commentary issue that other people can handle, I'll let them handle it. If it's something that's literally only in my niche, like there are, because there are other things that I want to talk about and I feel like I should, so I probably will. Keep an eye out for a future episode where there are many influencers getting taken advantage of by whether it's companies or managers or other people that say that they're helping that are actually not helping. Yeah, keep an eye out. It's gonna be fun. I'm very excited for the shitstorm that is about to ensue. It will be great. I appreciate you gamers. Leave a like, subscribe. Again, I urge you to share this around just so people know that they shouldn't do this and so other people should know that there is someone on this. It's kind of important and I, again, appreciate your support. I know this video is not structured like my recent content, but I am really proud of what I have been doing. I love you gamers. Have a wonderful evening and remember to stay weird, fam.